Good morning. Welcome back. So the last class we started with algebra and I told you that just write the heading and be ready with your book, right? So instead of live class, I thought to give you a recorded class. In that we will discuss all the important things of this chapter. Okay, so chapter 18, fundamental concepts of algebra. Shall we start? So we told in the last class that how we can write in algebraic form and in statement form, that we already completed, right? And I told what are concepts and what are variables. These things also we completed in the last class, and now we can move towards the next one, that is called as a term. What is a term? So term is a constant or a variable or product or quotient of both. Okay, so term is either a constant or a variable, or we can say that the product of a constant or a variable. Product means what? Product means when we multiply two numbers, or in this case it is not two numbers, one number and an alphabet. Another way we can say that a constant and a variable. When we multiply two things, we can write it as 7a. Product of constant or a variable, or quotient of a constant or a variable. All these are called as term. Okay, just understand that if nothing is there, it is called as a term. There may be two terms, three terms according to that. Here it is only one term, 7 into a. It is 7a. We never write it as 7 into a. We will write it as 7a. It's one term. 7 by a. That is also one term. 7 by a means 7 divided by a. But normally how we will write? We will write it as 7 by a. So this is another term. Okay. So 5, one term, another term. So here we got 4 terms. It means term means it's a constant or a variable, or we can say it as a product of constant and a variable, or quotient of a constant and a variable. Okay, till this it's clear to you, right? Now let's move towards the next one, that is like terms. What are called by like terms? Like fractions we studied. Same way, like terms. What is like term? Like terms means when the variables are same for different terms. We can say it as 7xy, 9xy, negative 3xy. In all these cases, it is xy. So we can say that these are like terms. So what are unlike terms? Unlike terms means if the variables are different in the terms. One may be 9p cube, another one may be 7ab, next one 2xy. Here first one is pq, next one is ab, and the next one is xy. Three are different ones. So we can say that they are unlike terms. So like terms, if they are same, if the coefficients, literal coefficients, okay, same literal coefficients. What is meant by literals? The first class itself we told what are literals. Literals means the variables. Okay, so the literal coefficients are called as, if they are same, they are called as like terms. Literal coefficients means here it is xy. Here the literal coefficient is PQ. The second term literal coefficient is AB. And the last one literal coefficient is XY. Here all are different, here all these three are same. So they are called as like and unlike terms. Okay. So we already studied that how we can write statement forms to algebraic expression, right? So algebraic algebraic expression means it's a collection of one or more than one terms. Okay, either it may be one term, maybe more than one terms. So these are called as algebraic expression, and these terms are separated by only addition and subtraction, no other things. This algebraic expressions terms are separated by addition and subtraction signs, only addition and subtraction signs. Just listen how we can write. 8xy, it's an expression, right? In this 8xy, how many terms are here? Only one term. Here only one term. 8xy, we can write it as 8 into x into y. It is 8xy. Only one term. The next one, 2p plus 3. 2p is one term, 3 is another term. So total how many terms are there here? Here 2 terms. Number of terms here 2. How it became 2? It is separated by plus or minus. Then we can say that they are different terms. Here it is separated by this addition sign. So here we can see that there are 2 terms. This 2p. Another way how we can write 2p. 2 into p plus 3. But we already told that we can't separate them with multiplication or division sign. So we should consider it as 1. 3 into p divided by q minus 7. How many terms are here? How many terms are here? Here 3 into p. We can say it as it is 3p divided by q, means by q minus 7. This is the way. This is the correct way to write. So how many terms are here? Only 2 terms. This all together one term. Why? Because the terms are separated by plus and minus. Only addition, subtraction signs we can separate the terms. Okay? One more thing, here only 7 is there. Only 7. It means it is another term. Don't think that there should be any literal one with that. If it is only constant, then also we can consider it as a separate one. Okay, separate term. There are different types of algebraic expressions. Okay, different types of algebraic expressions. The first one is monomial. The first one is monomial. What is meant by monomial? In an algebraic expression, if there is only one term, then it is called as monomial. Mono. Okay. If there is only one term, it is called as monomial. For example, we can say it as 3pq. There is only one term. That is called as monomial. The next one is binomial. What is meant by binomial? There will be 2 terms. If there are 2 terms, then we can say it as they are binomials. It's a binomial. Sometimes there won't be 2 variables. There may be only one variable, then it is also a binomial. 2x minus 6. Only one variable is there, but 2 terms. So we can say it as a binomial. Next one, trinomial. What is meant by trinomial? If there are 3 terms, we can say it as they are trinomials. How many terms are here? 2p square, one term, 3p, second term, and 5 is the third term. So 3 terms are here, so we can say it as they are trinomials. Next one, multinomial. Multinomials means if there are 2 or more than 2 terms, then they are called as multinomials. It is not considering this monomial. Rest of the means 2 or more than 2 terms. If it is having, they are called as multinomials. Okay, it may be 2, it may be 3, it may be 4, whatever it is, we can say it as a multinomial. One more is there, that is called as polynomials. Polynomials means all these categories are included in that. Means if an algebraic expression is having only monomial, if it is only one term, then also we can say it as a polynomial. If that expression is having 2 terms, then we can say it as a polynomial. If it is having 3 terms, then we can say it as a polynomial. Means if it is mono, bi, tri, whatever it is, we can say it as a polynomial all together. Okay, so polynomial means 1 or more than 1. 1 or more than 1 terms if it is having, we can say it as polynomials. Next one is coefficient. Coefficient means it may be any factor or group of factors of a product is known as the coefficient of the remaining factors. Okay, it is a factor or group of factors of a product is called. I wrote one term here for ABC. 4ABC. In this, the numeral, here the numeral is 4. We can say that 4 is a numerical coefficient of ABC. 4 is a numerical coefficient of ABC. When we are saying about 4a, constant and a variable together, right? 4a is literal coefficient of BC. 1 is numerical coefficient. If it is only numeral or constant, we can say that numerical coefficient. If there is a constant and a variable together is coming, we can say it as literal coefficient of BC. Then what will be the literal coefficient of C? Literal coefficient of C is except C, the rest of the things, means 4AB. What will be the literal coefficient of 4? Literal coefficient of 4 is except for the other one, that is A, B, C. I hope it's clear. Coefficient. Literal coefficient is there, numerical coefficient is there. Okay, so literal and numerical coefficient. What is asked? Which one's coefficient is asked? Except that one, the rest ones are called. If it is only constant, numerical coefficient. If it is constant and variable together, we can say it as a literal coefficient. Next one, power. When a quantity is multiplied, itself many times, we can say that it's a power. Okay, the product is called power, means quantity is A is multiplied here how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times this A is multiplied, so we can say it as A to the power 4. Where we studied this one? We studied this one before. Perimeter area we studied. Side into side. Side square I told. The same one. So when quantity is multiplied more times, this one is called as the power. When multiplied 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can write it as p raised to 6. Either you can say it as p raised to the power 6 or p raised to 6. Okay. This a raised to 4. Here this a is called as a is the base and this 4 is the exponent. A is the base and this 4 is the exponent, or we can say it as power. Okay, this A is the base, 4 is the exponent or the power. So what about this p raised to 6? What is the base? Base is p. The base is p and 6 is the power or exponent. Exponent or power. Normally one more word we are saying, or we can say it as index. Index also there, but normally we are saying it as exponent or power. Index is also there. Commonly we are saying exponent. Sometimes we are saying it as power. The other one is multiplication. So exponent, power or index. So what is meant by power? I think it's clear to you. Right? Now how we can write in exponent form or index form? That is we are going to check. How we can write in exponent form. How we can write in exponent form or index form? The number is m. How we can write this in exponent form or index form? M is multiplied by 3 times, so m raised to 3. N is multiplied 2 times, so n raised to 2. This is the exponent or index form. How many times? Just write it down. So this is the base, power, exponent or index. Together we do. And one more thing is there, whenever we are writing these things, these alphabets, we should write in small letters. Don't write it in capitals. So when we are writing X, there is a chance to write X like this. I think you might have noticed when I am writing X, I used to write X like this way. Because there should not be any confusion between X and the multiplication sign. So whenever we are writing X into Y, how we will write? Those are writing X like this, they will write like this way. It is a confusing one, right? So whenever you are writing, write X like this, X into Y. All the alphabets or variables we should write in small letters. That is another one. Just keep it in your mind and try to write. Not try, you should write in small letters. X like this way. Don't write X like this. The next topic is degree. What is the degree of a polynomial? How we can find out the degree of a polynomial? So let's write a 2. Or we can say that let's write a binomial 3x square plus 4x. It's a binomial, trinomial or mono. It's a binomial because it is separated with one addition sign, one term, another term. 2 terms are there, so it's a binomial. Now just think about the power or exponent. So the first term is 3x square. First term is 3x square. What is the degree of this term? Degree means the power of it. The power of this one is 2. What is the power of 4x? 4x, its power. X, nothing is there. It means it is 1. If nothing is there, it means it is 1. So, this 3x square term, its power is 2 and 4 4x power is 1. So the degree of this polynomial is, which is the biggest one, 2 or 1? It is 2. So the degree of this polynomial is 2. Its degree is 2. Okay, so what is the biggest one? That will be the degree of that polynomial. The next one, here we wrote only with one variable. I am going to write with 2 variables. Okay, another polynomial, 8x raised to 4y minus 3x square y square plus 2xy minus 3. 4 terms are there. The first term is 8x raised to 4y. What is the degree of this? This first terms, sum of the powers. What is the sum of the powers of the first term? Powers of first term. I already told that if it is only y, we can say it as it is 1. Right? So the sum of the powers of this 8x raised to 4y is 4 plus 1. Here it is 1. So sum of the powers 5. The next term, 3x square y square. What is the sum? 2 plus 2 means 4. The next one is 2xy. Here 1, here also 1. So total 2. And the last one is 3. There is no power. Here, which is the biggest one? 5, 4 or 2? It is 5. So degree of this polynomial is, its degree is 5. Which is the biggest one, that is called its degree. In this polynomial, its degree is 5. This 4 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 1 plus 1. So 5, 4 and 2. Biggest one is 5. So we wrote it as 5 there. I hope till this it's clear to you. So what all things we studied? We studied constants and what are variables. After that we told as how we can write the how we can write the algebraic expressions and how we can write in statement form. Then we studied what are terms, how many terms are there, that we studied. Then we studied about like terms and unlike terms, and then we studied what mono, binomial, trinomial, multinomial, polynomials. Difference between multinomial and polynomial is, multinomial is 2 or more than 2 and polynomial means 1 or more than 1. That is the difference between these two, multinomial and polynomial. And then we studied about the coefficients. Literal coefficient, then numerical coefficient we told, and then we told about the power of a quantity. Power we studied, then base and exponent or index we studied, then we studied about degree of a polynomial. Only this much is there in this chapter. So I think till this it's clear to you, right? If now we can move towards the next section, that is our exercise part. So take your books, write exercise 18b. Exercise 18b. See, I know that exercise 18a is pending. So after this class, you do one thing, exercise 18a you can do. Exercise 18a, the first section you can do, that is express each of the following statements in algebraic form. That you do. Okay, only first section I told. Then I will give you some problems from this 18b. Okay, exercise 18b. 18b, first one, separate constants and variable. You know how to separate constants and how to separate the variables. Next one, group the like terms. So before doing these things, what you should do, just listen the class, study the things, what all things are there here, just understand and then start doing the problems. Okay, like terms. After that, state whether true or false. Till that, you do yourself. We are going to do that fourth section. Section 4. State the number of terms in each of the following expression. Number of terms in each of the following expression. 2a minus b. In that first one, 2a minus b. Number of terms. How many terms are here? We already told that the terms are separated what? Plus and minus. So here, how many terms are there? 2. So we can write it as number of terms 2. Now the second one, 3 into x plus a by 2. 3 into x plus a by 2. Listen carefully, this into, it is confusing one. We already told that terms are separated by plus and minus, so these together is called one term. So total how many terms are here? Number of terms 2. Third one, 3x minus x by p. Here also the number of terms are 2. Fourth one, a divided by x into b plus c. How many terms? A divided by x into b. All together one term. Then second one. So total 2 terms. So till 4 we did. 1 to 4 we completed. 5th onwards homework. Okay. 5th session. Write whether true or false. xy and negative yx are like terms. Next one, x, y and negative yx. Are they like terms or not? That is the next section. That is 5th question. xy and negative yx. What is meant by like term? If the literal coefficients are same, they are called as like terms. Coefficients here xy, yx. Are they saying xy and yx? xy means x into y. yx means y into x. Both are same, right? Either we can write it as xy or we can write it as yx. Both are same. Here the constant or numerical coefficient is 1. Here the numerical coefficient is negative 1. Nothing is there means it is 1. So xy means its numerical coefficient. xy, its numerical coefficient is 1. Negative xy or negative yx, both are same. Their numerical coefficient is negative 1. The first one is 1. If it is negative sign is there, it is negative 1. Now the question is xy and negative yx are like terms. It is true or false? Yes, it is true. So 5th section also we just started. Second one, x square y and negative y square x. X square y and negative y square x. It's a little bit confusing one, I think so. X square y and negative y square x. Are they like terms? Here x to the power 2, here x to the power 1. Here y power 1, y to the power 2. Are they like terms? No, they are not like terms. If they were like terms, we can write it as, if it is x square y, here it should be yx square. Yx square and y square x, both are different. I know that we just started only, so there may be many confusions related with these things. So just understand this topic, study all the things. After that only you should start doing the problems. It is very easy chapter and it will continue. These algebra will continue till your 10th or after that if you are studying maths, then it will continue. So it's not a single one, but if you are studying or understanding these ones, it is the easiest topics. Okay, so understand the concept and then start doing. So with this we are stopping here, 5th section. I'm not explaining all the problems that we will do in our live class, 5th section onwards. So I hope you will study all these things and come to the next live class. If you are having any doubt, we can discuss in that class. Okay, thank you.